out of surgery, so there's that major tightness across that lower belly area. And what we want to feel is kind of a stretchy feeling. It does feel strange. I remember, like for me, my right side felt tighter than the other side. I have no idea why. Cancer is on the left. So I think, you know, just trust your body. If you need to take a break, and we'll go from there. Okay, so just start by rolling your shoulders out. Good. Hi Lisa, welcome. So nice and easy. And then we'll just go the other way. Just kind of feel that. See how your neck's feeling today. Good. And we'll take one ear to the shoulder, breathe in. And as we breathe out, draw that chin down towards your chest. Feel the back of your neck stretching. And then breathe in on the other side. And exhale, take that chin down towards your chest. Good. So I'm starting standing just so you can kind of feel ourselves, feel the ground. And you can take your hands wherever you're comfortable. We start with some little hip circles. So we just move forward and around, just sideways so you can see. Just like a nice, easy circle. We go one way, keep breathing, and then go the other way. It starts to get that blood flow. I know the low back is sensitive, so we'll take care of that in a little bit. Good. Okay, and then just take your fingers right to the tops of your shoulders. And you can start, you know, little tiny circles. You see how I'm making some smaller circles. And as you feel a little more open, get more range of motion now or over time, the circles start to get bigger. Okay, so just take the size that works for you. Smaller circles or bigger circles. And once we kind of find that, we're going to use our breath. So breathe in and out. Good. Circling or up and around and down. Good. Just getting that movement there. Starting to stretch that chest area. Perfect. And just shake out your hands. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to come onto our hands and our knees, and if you have sensitive knees or you want a little bit of cushioning underneath your knees, I suggest putting a blanket down or a towel. If you're on carpet, you probably don't need anything. So I'm just setting a towel down under the knees for myself, and then those wrists go under the shoulders and the knees go under the hips. And we start by wagging our tail side to side. So this little movement here helps to stretch the outside of the glutes, outside of the hip. And we'll move into some cat-cow breathing. And as we do that, just move comfortably with your spine. As we breathe out, drop your head and round your back. That's the cat. And now just gently start to arch your back as you inhale. So your belly's going to drop a little bit. And you can make the arch as big or as small as you're comfortable with today. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhaling, arching. And this gets all that movement through the spine. Helps with the back. 2 more breaths. Doing great. Good. And now take those knees a little wider and sit back into child's pose. And taking your arms wherever you're comfortable, they can elbows bent, or you can extend arms more. Forehead comes down, and just breathe. Good. We're going to walk our hands a little over to the right and let your hips just move over to the left. So we're relaxing our head down, feeling that nice side stretch. Switching sides, take your time. Extend your arms to the left and just let your right hip settle down. Good. I'll come back to center. And we're going to extend one leg straight back. Basically, we're stretching the back of the leg. So if I extend my right leg back, the toes come down and I'm pressing through the heel, starting to feel that calf stretch. And you can take your hands forward a little bit, and if that's too much, you can always come to your forearms, okay? And just press into the ground and press through your back heel, just gently stretching the calf, maybe the back of your leg. Keep breathing. Good. And then we'll bring that right knee back up, wag the tail a few times, and just switch sides. So we're flexing the opposite foot, extending so the foot's touching the ground, and press through that heel and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Take your time for the next one. We're going to do a low lunge. If you have a wall or maybe something close by, you want to use that for balance. We're taking our right foot forward and keeping that left knee down on the ground. So if you have a blanket there, you can keep it there, and if you don't need it, then that's fine. So walk your right foot forward so that the heel is all the way down, and interlace your hands and just take your hands to the top of the thigh. So depending on, where we're at in our journey, it's going to feel different, as the days pass. Let your hips come down just enough so you feel that stretch in that back leg. Okay, so the top of your back thigh. And breathe. Good. Relax your shoulders. Good. If it's too much, you can come out for a moment and then come back down. Your back kneecap should be comfortable. You shouldn't feel like you're on top of it, you're slightly forward. Keep breathing. And one more breath. Nice. Now come back slowly. Maybe walk your right foot in for balance. And take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Start to press your thigh into your hand and your hand into your thigh. And your right hand goes to your sacrum. That's that long hard bone above your tailbone. And we'll just do a little twist here. We're working on our balance, starting to twist that spine. Good. Keep breathing. That's the most important part. Two more deep breaths here. And as you breathe out, come back to center. We'll take our hands down so we can come back through all fours and settle into child's pose. So let your knees come wide and relax your forehead, relax your head. Very good. All right, so we'll do that lunge on the other side. left foot will come forward and the right knee stays down. We can interlace our hands and take the hands to the top of your thigh and gently just let your hips settle down so you feel that stretch in the back leg right here in that hip flexor area. You'll feel that scar area a little bit, should feel like a gentle stretch there. And just breathe, relaxing your shoulders. Good. One more big breath out. Perfect. Now we'll come back a little bit. Take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh and your left hand to that sacrum, and then we'll gently twist to the left. Remember to press your leg into your hand and your hand into your leg, and just feel that stretch there, the whole spine, and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Good. We'll take our hands down, back to hip distance, and just rock side to side. Perfect. And one more time, bring your knees a little wider. This time we can change our arms. Option one is just to turn your palms up, or you can take your hands together. Enjoy whichever stretch feels the best. Good. Wonderful. And we'll slowly come back up through all fours. And I'm going to just do a little bit on the belly today, okay? So I'll take it really slow. If you do have the blanket or a towel, you're welcome to come down. So we're just gently coming onto our pelvis area, the belly area. And I'll talk us through this little back bend. The farther out your arms are, the more gentle it is. So if your arms come closer to you, as you can see, your chest gets higher and it's more of a stretch. So we're opening up the spine here. We're opening up the chest. Typically, elbow is under shoulder, but if that's too much today, just walk your arms away. Okay, you'll still get a good back bend. So wherever you choose to be, just settle in and take some deep breaths. We're stretching that front body. Keep breathing. Now look slightly down to protect the neck. One more big breath in. Good. Now for this one, I'll take the elbows wide. And I remember soon after surgery, I liked to do a fist over a fist and then take the forehead down because it's less pressure on the chest. If you're more comfortable, you can come all the way down. And it doesn't really matter. We just want to have the forehead facing the ground, and then we're windshield wiper legs. So we just bend the knees and rock the legs side to side, like massaging the front of the thighs. Make a few circles in the air. Good. Then just let your legs relax. We'll be here a few more deep breaths. Go slow. Those wrists under the shoulders, knees stay down, and gently press yourself up. and move side to side. There you go. And now take it slow, just moving back towards that child's pose. You can keep it higher up here, or you can come down one more time. Just breathe. All right, so we're going to have a seat and we'll do some seated stretches. This is where if you have your towel or strap or belt, sweatshirt, anything you can hold in your hands, this is where you'd want to have it close by. Okay, so just find an easy seat here. Good. And now roll around in one direction. Nice and easy. Keep your shoulders relaxed. This is really nice for that lower back. Perfect. And then we'll go the other way. Nice and easy. So anytime your low back is feeling tight or like it needs some gentle movement, this is really easy. You can do this anytime. Perfect. And now just noticing which foot is in front, and we'll take our opposite foot in front. There you go. And we'll use our strap. I'm going to call it a strap. We'll start by strengthening some of the muscles in the upper body, which is going to help us during our healing process. So if you take that strap directly out so your wrist is in line with your shoulder, palms face down, and gently pull it apart so you can start to feel those shoulder muscles activate, maybe your upper back, like you're trying to rip it in half. Good, so keep breathing, pull it apart, be here for 3, 2, and relax. Just kind of move your head, keep that nice and loose, in one way and the other. And we'll do it again, super simple. So taking that strap out in front and gently start to pull it apart. So you're activating all those muscles around the shoulder and the upper back. Just breathe. Relax your fingers for a moment. And we'll do that one more time. Same thing. Coming out and pulling it apart. Keep breathing. And good. Perfect. Just set that down and we'll shake out our hands for a moment. Very good. Okay, so walking one hand, doesn't matter which one, walking one hand away from you and the shoulders away from the ear, so you can be up on your fingertips or palm down, depending on how you're feeling and your arm length. The opposite arm, you can either have the fingers to your shoulder, okay, which would be the more, the lower version, or you can lift and have your elbow higher, or you can take your hand behind your head and press your head back into your hand. Okay, so we're stretching the side here, we're stretching the shoulder area. Now depending on which side, if you had any lymph nodes out, that side will feel tighter, but it should feel good to stretch it. Perfect. Now breathe and come to center. And exhale. And we'll switch sides, same thing. Walk the hand away. Shoulder away from ear. You can start lower here, or you can bring your elbow up, or take your head back into your hand and just gently press. So anywhere's fine. We're just stretching the side here. And I had, lymph nodes out like 3 years ago, and it still feels that tightness there. So, it's just, we'll see when it goes away. We'll see. Keep breathing. Good. come up, and exhale, release. Good job. Okay, so we're stretching our legs now, and keep your strap or towel close by. I'm just turning sideways so that you can see me. Let the legs come out in front. And we're going to just sit up nice and tall. You can point and flex the feet for a moment. Just get that movement through the feet. And now go right and left, just side to side. Perfect. And now making some big circles one way and the other way. Nice and big. Great. Okay, so I'm taking my right leg and we're going to figure four. So a low figure four would just be crossing the ankle over the shin. A higher figure four, you could cross the ankle over the thigh. And just take a moment, kind of scooch a little bit, gently press that right leg towards the ground. We don't want to push the knee, so you can push on the thigh. And maybe you want to stay there today. So see if you feel that stretch here. You're welcome to stay here and breathe, or you can bend your left leg, your bottom leg, so the sole of the foot is down and you're lifting your chest towards your shin. Okay, so either way is fine. And if you want to rock a little bit, get that little massage there, that's good. Nice deep breaths. Perfect. Slowly, if your leg is bent, extend that bottom leg, release the top leg, and give it a little shake. We'll do the same thing on the other side. You can figure four lower or take that leg higher, whatever feels better. Give yourself a moment. Just press the thigh down, lift your chest, breathe. And then we bend that extended leg, lift your chest as an option if you want to go there. Maybe rock a little bit. Good. Just enjoy that stretch wherever you are. Slowly extend your bottom leg, your top, and give it a little shake. Good job. And then from here, we're going to find our strap or our towel, whatever we have, and take it on the bottoms of both of your feet. So if you're strapped shorter or longer, if that works, that's fine. If not, you don't need anything. Okay, so see whatever you got. And we're just going to sit up tall here. So pull your toes in towards your head, lift your chest, relax the shoulders. Good. You might feel that stretch in the shoulder, the back of the leg, maybe your back. And breathe. And one more big breath in. Relax your strap, release your strap down, and give your legs a little shake. We're going to do a little more upper body seated, so find any comfortable position with your legs. Good. We'll take both arms out and just take one arm on top of the other, doesn't matter which one. Elbow close to over elbow, and wrap your arms around. Give yourself a hug. There you go. So just go, as much as you're willing to, as much as feels good today, and just roll the elbows in one circle. This is a nice little upper back massage. Good, and go the other way. Perfect. Notice which arm is on top, and then as you inhale, open. And exhale, take the opposite arm on top and give yourself some rolls here. Nice and smooth. And the other way as well. deeper stretch for the neck. So I'm taking one hand and gently just kind of lifting up a little bit. So the back of the hand is going to be not really sitting on top of it, but just holding it down with kind of the back of the thigh, and the palm is close to the ground. And then if that arm is down, I'm just taking my head to the other side. So this arm is anchored, there's a stretch in the neck, and we're breathing here. And this arm's just relaxed. Good. Difference on each side for a moment. Shake out that hand and we'll switch sides. Just come up a little bit, palm is down, and head goes away from the grounded hand. Just breathe. Deep breaths. Gentle stretch in your neck. Slowly come back to center. Release that hand. Give it a little shake. Good job. Okay. So we're going to take our strap now, and I'll move sideways so you can see my back for a moment. We're taking that right behind the back. So sit however you're comfortable. The knuckles will face down and the palms face away from you. Okay? And just go as wide as you'd like to. So the more narrow, the deeper the stretch, the wider it's easier on the shoulders. And just start by kind of pressing that strap away from you until you feel the stretch in your chest. And only you know what you're feeling. So if you squeeze your shoulder blades, maybe lift your hands a little bit. You might feel more. So just find a space that feels good for today. And we'll do 5 deep breaths here. Really stretching that chest, opening it up. Think of lengthening through your arms wherever you are, and gently lifting up through the crown of your head as if there were a little string at the top of your head. Relax. Good. And take this to the side. We'll use it later on. And if you haven't switched your feet in a moment, do a little foot switch, and we'll come back to those circles. Noticing how the shoulders and neck feel a little more relaxed now. Other way. Going to transition onto our backs. We'll do some strengthening for the back. We'll do a little bit of strengthening for the abdominals, just really gentle, and some deeper stretches. Okay? So have your strap close by. If you'd like any blankets or pillows for our relaxation later, you can bring them close to you so you don't have to get up again. Whenever you're ready, just roll down onto the back. Take your time, okay? We'll have our knees bent and the soles of the feet down. And we'll just start with some deep breaths so you can kind of just feel where we're at now. Back should feel pretty supported here. From here, we'll move into our pelvic tilts. So the pelvic tilts are really nice for strengthening the low back. They're gentle, they're easy to do, don't need much. If you pretend like you have that $1,000 bill underneath your low back and you want to squish it down so no one can take it, okay? So grab that $1,000 bill, put it right under that sacrum, and then you can keep your hands down or hands to hips, whatever feels good, and press down. So you're squishing that bill and we're activating that lower belly area, and relax. So basically we're arching and unarching that low back. So we're just going to go at our own pace. Just press and relax, and we'll go through. You don't have to count or anything, but we'll do about 10 of these today. So it's a gentle press down. We're tucking the pelvis under and releasing. There we go. Keep breathing. Remember, there's a lot of sensitivity in the low back after the surgery, and it lasts for quite a while. So these little exercises, they don't seem like too much when we do them, but they really do help. We'll give a few more. And then take your feet a little wider, and we'll rock the legs side to side. So we're gently stretching those hip flexors again. You'll feel that scar area kind of stretch. Okay, so bringing the feet so that your feet are hip distance apart. And we'll just do a gentle bridge up and down. We don't want to do the biggest bridge of our lives, right? Because we're still healing in this area and we don't want to overstretch the belly right now. So think of tucking your pelvis under, right? Like you're gluing that $1,000 bill down, and just actively lift your hips just enough so you start to feel that stretch in the legs and a little in the belly. And once you find that, breathe there. We're strengthening the whole back of our body. Keep breathing. Good. Now that pelvis is still tucked under, so roll down one vertebra at a time until your tailbone comes down at the end. Relax there. Good job. Take the feet wide again and rock your legs side to side. Feel good after all that. And then we'll move into some stretching now. And find your strap, and you don't have to, you don't need anything, but if you have something for the bottom of your right foot, take it around your right foot. Keep that left leg bent today, and just gently flex your foot, bring your ankle closer to over your hip. So we're stretching that hamstring. And just breathe here. Good. And it's okay if you're not directly over, just enough so that you're moving towards it, so you feel the stretch. And now we're going to circle the legs. So think of just circling around, nice and easy. This is keeping that hip socket lubricated, everything nice and loose there. And go the other way, nice and easy. And keep breathing. Perfect. Now you can take your strap, your towel, just in your right hand and go out to the right, just so you start to feel the inner thighs stretching. Okay, so you don't have to go all the way to the floor, but if you get close to the floor, that's fine. My wall caught me, so I'm cheating a little bit, but it feels good. So just stay wherever you need to be and breathe. Feel that inner thigh. We'll be here a few breaths. And now lift that leg up. Keep your glute down, so keep your hips down, and we're just moving a few inches towards the left. So my right leg is moving across the body towards the left. So we feel stretch, kind of, some people feel it in the outside of the calf or the thigh or the hip. Wherever you feel it is fine. It's getting that outer leg area. Wonderful. Come back to center. Take a break. Bend that knee. Bring it into your chest. And then bend the other knee into the chest and make a few circles. And when we do that, feel the difference on the right side and the left side. So you should feel that nice shift there. And we'll do the other side. So right foot is down. Strap can go on the bottom of the left foot. And we start with just that hamstring. So gently pulling the toes towards your head. Feel the back of your leg here. Breathe. Opposite way, some nice little circles. Perfect. And from here, we'll open that left leg out to the left. So just take your time. We're stretching the inner thigh, the inside of the leg, go as deep as you'd like. Be here a few breaths. Just breathe. On your next breath in, come back up, and we let that leg gently cross over. You keep that glute down and feel the stretch on the outside of your calf or your thigh. You don't need to move a lot if you're keeping the glute down because it really gets in there. Perfect. Come back to center. Set your strap down. We're done with it for today. Draw both knees in and circle your knees in one direction and the other. Now keep your left foot down. We're holding the back of the right thigh. And depending on where you are in your journey, like soon after surgery, you want to keep this leg bent. But as you get more comfortable, you can start to straighten that opposite leg, okay? So just go slow with it, be conservative. And we're just rolling out that right leg. Just feeling that nice little back massage. Go one way and the other. Just switch sides, so switching legs, you can just roll it, feel that hip, that low back. And bring it down, perfect. You can take your feet a little wider and bring your knees close if that's comfortable for your back. The legs are just going to stay like that for a moment. We'll do a little bit with the arms. So lifting our arms up, bend your elbows 90 degrees. You see that 90 degrees? And now rotate. See if we can get the backs of the hands maybe close to the ground. And if it's too much, just stay up here for a moment and just work on kind of coming down and up. Okay? It's a deeper stretch for that chest area. Even for people who haven't had the surgery, it's still a big stretch. So be kind to yourself and know it's stretching that whole front chest area. So if you're up here, that's great. Take a few deep breaths, just as long as you're feeling it. And then slowly lift the arms straight up. Good. Now take your head to one side so the ear is close to the ground, and we'll just stay here and breathe, stretching that neck again. center and then to the opposite side. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to move into our spinal twist. And so if you have your pillows, your blankets, anything close by, we can take that between the thighs, and that gives us some support, like when we're sleeping and you have a pillow between your knees. It's the same idea. And I like to lift my hips a little to the right, and that way when I bring my knees down to the left, it gives me a nice twist. Alright, and you can bunch up your blanket or pillows so that your knee is a little higher than your hip. That's the easiest on your back. Okay? And just let your arms relax, let your face relax. If your neck feels good, you can look over opposite shoulder and breathe. Slowly bring your knees back to center. Take your time, maybe lift your hips over to the left and bring your knees to the right. And feel that nice stretch in the side. Keep your arms relaxed. Come back to center, and we're going to come into our relaxation now. So depending on, how much you want to extend your legs, if you want to put something under your knees, you can take your legs out, or you can keep your knees bent, that's fine. If you want to put something under your head, that's also an option. But basically, just make yourself comfortable so you can rest for a few minutes. And feel free to cover your eyes, cover your body up if you're feeling cold at all. And once you find that space, closing our eyes, let your palms turn up, take a big breath in. And let the air out. And take a deep, long breath in. And just exhale all of the air out. Even when you think you're done, keep exhaling. Just breathe naturally. Now just take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Do that again. Take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Lightly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Keep your eyes closed, bring your knees in a little closer, and if you can roll to one side so that you're comfortable for a moment. Just kind of curl up. Press that top hand into the ground. We'll come to any comfortable seat. Take your time to get there. Keep our eyes closed for a moment. Just notice how you're feeling. Take our hands onto our very own heart. And let's all think of something that we're grateful for. It can be anything, little or big. Namaste, ladies.